Rakeem Cato is poised to lead this story program to the top of Conference USA. The Thundering Herd, the Red Hawks, next. It is a hot and humid afternoon in Oxford, Ohio, a whiteout at Yager Stadium as the MAC meets Conference USA. The Thundering Herd of Marshall rumble into town to take on the Red Hawks of Miami. Most dangerous combination.
Well, Rakeem Cato is a Heisman candidate, and for good reason. The guy can make all the throws. Doc Holliday, their head coach yesterday, said he throws the ball better than anybody I've ever been around, but he can also do that right there, which is extend plays with his legs. Sean, the thing I like best about Cato is he competes. Day in, day out, play in, play out, he's a competitor. He's also got his top target, and that is Tommy Schuler, a small but very explosive slot receiver. He's trying to set college football history here this year, trying to become the first receiver in college football history to have 3 straight 100-yard seasons.
The Red Hawks will get the football first. Kari Vedvik with the shallow end-over-end kick, and we are underway. With the return, this is Fred McCray. McCray doing a little dancing, pushes past the 20, up ahead to the 22-yard line. On the game's first play, Hendricks immediately in trouble, thrown down at the line of scrimmage. He had no chance there, so Remy Watson and Johnson will see the majority of the carries today. 3rd and 3 for the Thundering Herd. Cato with all types of time, fires a strike, and it's caught by Schuler at the 49-yard line. And Marshall fans hoping to see this connection 100 or so times this year.
Well, Miami ran a fire zone right there. They dropped their defensive end, number 95, Bryson Albright, into coverage, and that's a mismatch Marshall will take every time. The very elusive and small Tommy Schuler on a defensive end any day of the week.
3rd down conversion for the Herd. Quick throw out to the flat. This is the tight end, Frohnapple. He crosses on to the Red Hawk side to the 43.
That's his number one job, but he can also do like we saw in the last play, pick up some short yards. Again, we see it here.
Gaping hole for Johnson over the left side. You see the low center of gravity as he squares up the shoulder pads, gets a good chunk of yardage back, and costly penalties both ways. We saw the Red Hawks with a couple of 5-yard infractions. The hands to the face cost Marshall an early scoring opportunity. Faircat signaled for by McCray. He'll let this one bounce inside the 5, down to the 3.
He's got to come get that ball.
Terrific job by Tyler Williams. He pins the Red Hawks deep. And Treadwell is the back. And Hendricks will hand it off. Spencer Treadwell with the carry, and this will be real close. Trying to keep it away from Schuler. Does not do a good job at that. Line drive, returnable. Schuler looking for a little bit of seam. Giving up some ground. Still dancing around. Tommy Schuler up ahead to the 47-yard line. That's about as exciting a 7-yard return as you're going to see.
It's like trying to catch a water bug, Sean. The guy, again, Tommy Schuler, only 5'7", but man, he can change direction. Watch this right there. Great job. You think he's dead to rights right there. He makes a defender break his ankles right there. Breaks another defender's ankles right there. Very exciting football player. And as I said in the open, I may have misspoken. He's trying to become just the first player in college football history to have 3 straight seasons of 100-plus receptions. In 2012, he had 110. Last year, he had 106. There's 7 other players that have had 2 seasons of 100-plus catches, but he's trying to be the first one in history.
Yeah, this tandem, this duo of Cato and Schuler, you talk about the numbers that they have put up throughout their career and hoping to cap it off with a New Year's Day Bowl this season. Cato pumps, wants the deep ball, has his man downfield to the 15-yard line. It's the highly touted redshirt freshman, Angelo Gene Lewis. When you look at Cato's numbers through his career, the one that jumps out at me, his red zone production. 58 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Well, and that's the other thing, too. Just overall, he had 39 touchdowns last year, just 9 interceptions. That's the number one number I look at when I want to see how good a quarterback is. Do you not turn the ball over? And Rakeem Cato doesn't.
Slant pattern caught, touchdown, Thundering Herd. Marshall fires the opening salvo.
Great protection right there for Cato, and I believe it was the tight end Eric Frohnapple with a fantastic catch. Right, again, the tight end Eric Frohnapple with a great extensive catch right there. Marshall is on the board first. You wonder, usually in sudden change situations, the offense gets the ball back and they try to go deep. We'll see what they do.
Cato looks, throws. Schuler, who's made a living over the middle, makes the catch at the Miami 40. 17 yards on first down. Tommy Schuler with his second reception.
At some point, you either got to bring some pressure or you got to get up and challenge those wide receivers.
Miami rushes only 3. Cato settles underneath to the tight end, Frohnapple, who's been pretty active early on. He's undercut. Miami brings a delayed blitz. They pick it up. Slant pattern caught at the 16-yard line. Another first down. And the Thundering Herd inside the red zone for the second time. Schuler with the catch. Inside 3.5 to go in this first quarter. Cato zips a pass, caught inside the 5, down to the 3. Boy, a lot of cushion, a lot of room in the secondary. And Cato picking apart the Redhawks, 11 more yards.
And with his accuracy, he's going to pick them apart.
Cato looks, throws, has his second touchdown of the afternoon. Tommy Schuler and the Thundering Herd march at 57 yards.
One thing Doc Holliday talked about this week in terms of Tommy Schuler was he sees the game the way a quarterback does right there. Played quarterback a bit in high school and just always knows where the vacated part of the zone is, and he found it.
We go back to the touchdown.
And Miami played man-to-man defense right there, and you better be pretty good at man-to-man if you're going to play Tommy Schuler. And Quentin Rollins, I believe is who that was, the former basketball player for Miami. This is just his first football game in probably 4 or 5 years since, oh no, excuse me, that wasn't Quentin Rollins. That was Jarrell Jones, the safety. Again, that's a mismatch. You get a safety on a small, explosively quick guy like Tommy Schuler. Rakeem Cato is going to go after that matchup every day.
So that did not take long. Marshall goes 7 plays, 57 yards, a little under 2 minutes, just 1:57 off the clock. Rakeem Cato with his second touchdown pass. Mentioned there was just no production from the running back spot. Hendricks takes his first shot downfield, and it's tipped away. Here comes a marker. As Roberts was tied up along the far side, they were looking for Frazier again. He's been the go-to guy as expected. A lot of contact straddling the sideline.
And it looked like Darryl Roberts right toward the end there got a little bit of a push with his right hand. It's going to be defensive pass interference. We'll take a look at it. Does a nice job locating the ball, but right there you see the right arm push just before the ball came down. Great job breaking up the pass, but the officials are always going to call that very, very close, especially downfield that way.
Darryl Roberts, the top cover corner. He's one of the strongest cornerbacks in the country.
225 reps at 225. Yeah. I can't even do 25 reps.
Was second best at the combine this past summer. It's just added a remarkable amount of strength to that secondary. Here comes pressure, and down goes Hendricks. Boy, he paid the price from the backside. He never saw it coming. Shooting on through for the Thundering Herd that time was DJ Hunter.
Look at the way he closes ground that way. There was a split second I thought Andrew Hendricks was going to have time to get that ball off. But DJ Hunter.
Big play early. They're going to go for it again and roll the die. 4th and 2 for the Redhawks. Treadmill is the back. It's going to be Hendricks on a keeper, lunging ahead, and I don't think he got there. I think for the second time in this game, the Marshall defense has denied Miami.
And to set yourself back with offsides, penalties, and personal fouls the way they have today is not good.
Devin Johnson, huge hole. He's into the secondary. Johnson in a foot race down to the 10, down to the 5, and he is denied at the 1. Devin Johnson blowing through a gaping hole again on the left side.
Well, one of the biggest things we were told was, wow, this guy can really block and protect Rakeem Cato, but he can also do that. Look at that, Sean. Busting through the middle, then bouncing it to the outside. Former high school running back. This may be one of the biggest key additions to this Marshall football team is what he brings to the table.
Cato throws, little jump throw, marker down, Frohnapple with the catch, touchdown, Thundering Herd. Kind of like a jump shot pass there by Rakeem Cato.
It really was. And at some point, Miami's going to cover the tight end seam in the end zone because that's the second time they've done it. Rides the play fake right there, jumps and throws. That's just an athletic play by Frohnapple.
Miami has moved the football at times in the first half. Hendricks with a play fake. Rare time to air it out. Downfield, tipped away. Terrific defense as they were looking for Rokeem Williams.
That was Corey Tyndall, the cornerback. He was the nickel back last year. And coaches talked about yesterday, Chuck Heater said, look, he's moving to the outside. He hasn't necessarily played a lot out there, but man, that is fantastic coverage. I think it's hardest for a cornerback, especially on the outside, is tracking the ball when it's in the air, Sean, especially a pass like that that's 30, 40 yards down the field. But Corey Tyndall, Conference USA Co-Freshman of the Year in 2013, making a nice transition to the outside.
Lauderdale Lakes, Florida product. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run the jet sweep. Nuh-uh. Blown up by Myers. He was the first one through, and then Hendricks to throw. No, he doesn't. He's sacked back at the 4. Boy, right up the middle. That's Steve Dillon.
Run by throwing the ball with quick passes in ways, if that makes any sense. But you can see they're not really pushing guys around to get that run game going.
Nowhere to go for Treadwell. He's swallowed up.
Able to get a 6th year of eligibility from the NCAA, which I love that when the NCAA does that. They see what a guy's gone through, give him that 6th year, and he's out here already in game 1 shining.
Schuler near midfield. Tommy Schuler sprints ahead to the 30. Marker comes in. Schuler stays on his feet. He'll take it to the 15. Left side of the screen with Tommy Schuler trying to break through.
Yeah, we'll see. When you're engaged on a guy and he starts to break away, you got to be able to let the hands go. I truthfully didn't see that much.
3 receiver set. Cato, home run ball, downfield, looking for Reeves, and what a catch. Check that. That's Allen with the catch. Quentin Rollins thought that the junior shoved, but no marker. The catch will stand.
Too early, but maybe he was pulled down a bit too much.
Here's Devin Johnson. He'll lumber his way in for the touchdown, and the Thundering Herd strike quickly.
With the ball inside of the 3, and then they give it to their big fella, Devin Johnson. Has really been, I think, maybe one of the biggest additions to this offense. As I said earlier.
They overload the left side. Hand it off. Treadwell stood up. Nuh-uh. Denied. The Thundering Herd swarm tackling.
Top of your screen, Sam Martin. Matched up on Corey Tyndall. He's going to try to go for him.
Hendricks trying to use his feet. Dives ahead. Did he get in? No. Just short.
Miami changes up their personnel here. They take the running back Treadwell out of the game to go with a 2 tight end set, 3 wide receivers.
4th and goal in what should be the final play of the half. Fade pattern, back of the end zone, tipped away. Terrific job by Roberts. And that's how the first half will end.
If I'm Miami, I wouldn't want to pick on Marshall's best cover guy, and Swag Roberts did a great job right there in a high pressure situation. Great body control, found the ball when he had to, knocked it away. Great job.
You know, you talk to the Marshall coaches, and Swag Roberts might be the most underrated performer on this defense. We always hear about Rouse and Holmes and that linebacking core, but that Thundering Herd Nation has grown to love Darryl Roberts.
And a lot of fans were a little bit upset at the fact that Swag Roberts wasn't given the Conference USA honorable mention or second team or anything like that. So even Doc Holliday said, look, that was a mistake. He should have clearly been at least honorable mention. He's worked up to about 180 or so, 190.
Second down throw, and it's caught along the far side. It's DeAndre Reeves near a first down. It is enough for the Thundering Herd. You know, body language is so easy to read, and the language right now by Miami compared to that first period, it's night and day. Scott trying to get to the outside. You're not going to outrun this Marshall defense. The edge will never be your ally. He is chased down. That's Evan McKelvey, able to run him down.
Decision to throw that ball by Hendricks. Forced out, trying to throw, going away from your throwing arm. You don't ever get much on velocity-wise on the football in that situation. They're credit Leggett for making the play and changing the momentum of this drive.
Zach Lewis gets wiped out here on the block. Boom, right there. See if Cato can get them back on track. They will hand it off to Devin Johnson. Johnson gets to the outside. Johnson carrying defenders all the way to the Miami 45. to throw this talented quarterback off.
Well, Sean, I always think it's amazing how much one play, some guy making a big play can turn the tide of a defense just in terms of emotion.
Cato checking at the line of scrimmage, hands it to Johnson, and this is what he does so well. Hard to imagine. Stack formation to the top. They will put Scott in motion, jet sweep, and he is tripped up in the backfield. What a play by Gary Thompson, a loss of 6.
All games and making plays like this. Look at the athleticism. It's a defensive end outrunning a wide receiver to the corner.
Cato a play fake, looks near side, throws, has Schuler open. He'll make the catch. Check that. That's Devontae Allen with the grab. Allen at the 35. It's a Marshall first down. Cato hands it off. First down and more. Johnson up the middle to the 5. Touchdown. Thundering Herd.
Career move. Great job. Great cut up the middle. Exploding with the stiff arm. Devin Johnson is for real, folks.
If you would take a poll across the country of college football fans to describe this Marshall program, obviously Rakeem Cato, Tommy Schuler on the high-powered passing attack, but what gets overlooked is the improvement on defense and the running game over the last 2 years. And this defense today, yes, Hendricks has his yards, but when they've been backed up against the goal line, let's not forget they have come away with the plays here to keep this lead and keep the game in their control while Cato and the offense struggled in the second half. You hear the echo of the famous Marshall chant, "We are Marshall," from the corner end zone. Trying to get this crowd into it. 3rd and 7. The Thundering Herd. Cato looks, floats, caught by Frenapple, the tight end. Oh, the tight end has come up huge today. Couple of touchdown catches, and now on 3rd down, the 6'7" senior target hauls it in.
Rakeem Cato, look, extending the play, doing what he does best, and then on the run off of 1 foot finds Frenapple. That's a great play. We see him lined up there, the 3rd wide receiver in. Great job. And Jay Masson almost made a play right there to dislodge that ball, but football, as they say, Sean.
Schuler will be the slot on the near side. Watts in the back on 3rd and 3. Cato pulls it back, throws sideline, caught. First down, Marshall, Craig Wilkins.
And a guy that hasn't played much football in 4 years, played a lot of basketball.
Up the middle, look at Johnson. Oh, did he deliver a blow to Maston? I would not want to be Jay Maston staring down the gun of Devin Johnson as he barrels forward like that.
Jay Masson in mano y mano in the
1st and goal from the 2. Johnson looking for the hat trick today, trying to barrel ahead. No, Cato on a keeper. He lost the ball late. I believe the knee was down. We have confusion all over the board here as Miami scooped up the football. But the signal is touchdown, Marshall. We have one official spotting the ball just shy of the goal line. Then the line judge on a very delayed signal came in and ruled 6. And now all 3 have come together to discuss it.
Defense goes for Johnson. Nice job with the slip. Yeah, and the ground calls a fumble. It looked like before the knee went down. I guess Miami, I'm sure Miami's going to take a look at it and see if that left or right knee went down before he was able to reach the ball across.
What a great call there by Bill Legg, Doc Holliday.
It really was. You know, exactly. Noticing that, you know, with so much attention, Devin Johnson's going to get in that situation. Miami probably going to bring the blitz up the middle. Rides that ball down in there. That's a great, I mean, look, everybody besides about 1 or 2 guys on Miami's defense still thought Devin Johnson had the ball.
The ground cannot cause a fumble as you saw Cato stretch the football ahead past the line. And Rakeem saying, I had it by that much. And yes, he did.
The field stands, touchdown.
That is a statement drive by the senior from Miami, Rakeem Cato. 2 critical third down conversions. 2 strikes when the Thundering Herd needed it.
Well, look, it's not always going to be pretty, especially in first games of the year. Going back to last year, I believe they've won 5 straight games. Ohio, Marshall lost Ohio last year. I think Ohio's kind of more in the rebuilding mode. Tyler Tettleton, their quarterback's gone. So we'll see what happens there. But Akron could be another one of those games that could give Marshall trouble.
Chuck Martin really irate on the Miami sideline. He was flagged once already, and he just kept on going. And now a second flag has been tossed, and he is relentless. He is still in the officials' ear.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he's arguing with here, but he's going to mess around and get himself thrown out of this game. I mean, look at this. Want to get better and be a part of something special on the football field here.
Rakeem Cato will take a knee. Marshall will move on to Chapter 2. It's week by week for the Thundering Herd. Mutual respect, Coach Chuck Martin, Rakeem Cato. Here comes Doc Holliday. As we close out, Rocky, I want to get your thoughts. How far can this Marshall team go?
I think, look, obviously you want them, their fans want them to come in here and just blow this Miami team out that didn't win a game last year. It doesn't always go according to script, but I think there's something to be said about, again, it's a new regime. You didn't know what kind of offense or defense Miami was going to play. A lot of unknowns. They found a way to get the victory, and that's what's most important. I think if you struggle in a game maybe late in the season, it doesn't quite bode as well. But look, this is the first game of the season. They move on the rest of their schedule, and I think they'll learn some things from this game, move forward, and have a fantastic season.
Let the drama begin. We are off and running with the 2014 college football season.